So that shiny new game just came out, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, and you want to know if it's worth your time, right? Well, let's take a look at the game for some first impressions. Keep in mind, this is not a full review, this is a quick look at the game. Everything I'll be talking about happened within 2.5 hours of starting the game, so I'll show some footage of the game while describing it and giving a few thoughts on it. I played the first game on PC, and I also watched the first season of the show. The second season will be coming out shortly after this game release. I am just really into this series as a whole, so here is a spoiler warning. I'll be going over the first 2.5 hours of gameplay, and there was a big thing that happened around 2 hours in, and that'll be around the end of my video. The first part of this game is more of a recap of the first game, so I'll just skip over that. I'll start with this. Joel gives Ellie a guitar, but he actually sings to her before giving it to her. I don't usually do this, but it's not a long song at all, so I'm just going to let the whole thing play out. It's about 1.5 minutes long if you want to skip over it right now.
If I ever were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. Everything I have found here, I'm not found by myself. Try and sometimes you'll succeed to make this man of me. All my stolen missing parts I've no need for any more, 'cause I believe, and I believe 'cause I can see our future days, days of you and me. There you go.
Well, that didn't suck.
I'll take what I can get.
With a song like this, I'm instantly reinvested into the series. That song was really nice to listen to, and you can see how much Joel cares for Ellie and vice versa. It skips to 4 years later after this scene, and you play as Ellie. The first thing that she does is get into a snowball fight with some kids, and then goes on a patrol. Going on patrol is very common in this community. They do it on a schedule. So she heads out with a girl named Dina. The scene switches again to another girl. Her name is Abby. She's actually pretty buff. That was the first thing I noticed about her. Pretty stocky looking. She goes out in the snowy woods with someone else, and he shows her what they've been looking for, which is the town where Joel and Ellie are living in. However, he seems to back out of whatever the original plan was, and he tells Abby that the others probably will too. Abby basically says, screw it, I'll do it myself, and then just heads down to the town herself. At this point in the game, I still did not know what the plan was supposed to be, but it'll become apparent soon enough. So you start heading down as Abby, and along the way you start to learn combat controls. I'll just go over all the combat right now though. So if a zombie grabs you, you can push them away. You can also dodge and melee with weapons or your fists, but your melee weapons will break after a few uses. You can sneak up on zombies and stealth kill them, and then there's the guns. And when you play as Ellie, she has a long gun and a pistol to start with. In addition to that, there's a little crafting menu that you can pull up where you can make things like Molotovs, medkits, and personal upgrades like survival skills and melee upgrades. Ammo is kinda sparse, so I try to stealth kill as often as possible and land headshots whenever I used ammo. Weapon sway and zombies moving their heads around makes headshots a little harder though. Then there's looting. You'll find crafting parts scattered around, as well as medicine and ammo as the most common items to find. Sometimes they're just sitting around in the open, or in drawers, cabinets, and other places. You'll also come across notes here and there with various information, and then there's the collectible trading cards that you can find as well. I found like 2 of those so far, with moderate searching. I didn't try too hard to look around for them though. You then switch back to Ellie and Dina on their patrol. You get to explore a little, loot around, and then they come across a dead moose. So they get off their horses to find and kill the zombies responsible, which they do, but then after they leave, a snowstorm catches up to them, so they just hide in a library nearby. I forgot PlayStation makes these games because there was a PlayStation 3 in the library, and I was confused for a second. It also has Uncharted 2 and Jak and Daxter right there. Very cool stuff. Also here in the library, you find your first weapon bench, which is where you can upgrade your weapons with all of those parts parts that you've been finding. I immediately went for reducing weapon sway on the pistol because I think that is the most important thing that you should upgrade right away. Ellie and Dina then decide to get freaky with it, and then the scene switches and you play as Abby again while those two go at it. She's getting absolutely swarmed by zombies, but as it turns out, Joel and his brother Tommy are nearby to save her. They were also on patrol. So after some running and fighting, Abby tells them she has a group nearby, so they go to her group for safety. Back to Ellie now, she and Dina finish up their freakiness, and then Jesse, another guy from the town, shows up and tells them that Joel and Tommy didn't show up from their patrol. So the three of them split up to find them. Okay, from this point on is a big spoiler, so stop here if you don't want to see it. Cut back to Abby again, and they make it to her group. They kill all the zombies, go inside, and then it finally comes out. As they're all standing there, they find out that their names are Tommy and Joel. More importantly, Joel. They all seem to be looking for him specifically. They instantly attack, and Joel takes a shotgun to the knee. His leg looks bad too, like barely hanging on. So despite them saving Abby, it turns out that they were all looking for him anyways. So Abby decides to beat him for a while with the golf club. You then switch to Ellie, who finds the building that they're at, and also finds Joel.
Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get up. Please stop. Please don't shoot. Joel, please get up. No!
After Abby kills Joel, I just sat there in shock, honestly. Joel is like the main part of The Last of Us. I didn't truly think that he would die, or if he did, it would somehow be a good death, but this, I just felt depressed. At some point after this scene, Tommy leaves a note saying that he's leaving to find the people who killed Joel, and then Ellie decides to leave as well, and Dina also tags along with her. The patches on the shoulders of the people who killed Joel seem to indicate they were from Seattle, so that's where Ellie and Dina head to, and presumably Tommy is somewhere ahead of them, also in Seattle. I'm sure Ellie will come across him soon. I got off the game here as Ellie and Dina enter the city. So first off, this game has a fantastic sense of storytelling and atmosphere. It's a really good story, a really good cinematic experience. The graphics look quite good too, despite it being a remaster and not a full remake like the first game was. The performance was also good. I am honestly hooked on this game. I think it's amazing. Secondly, why'd they have to do Joel like that? I still feel depressed just thinking about it. It's different now that Joel is gone, but Ellie is still there, so it still retains a lot of the original feeling. All I know is that I want Abby to die. I don't care if Joel killed her family sometime in the past or whatever she went through. She killed Joel, so in my mind, I want her dead, no matter what. Needless to say, I'm hooked. I'll be finishing this game soon. If you're watching this video, go play the first game first, and then this one. It's not needed, I guess, but the first game is just so good, so I recommend playing both. Anyways, this is a great game. I think you should go play it, though that's my personal opinion. Whether or not this is your type of game, I'll see you on the next one.